Hayes and Kid Curry, the two most successful outlaws in the history of the West. And in all the trains and banks they robbed, they never shot anyone. This made our two latter-day Robin Hoods very popular, with everyone but the railroads and the banks.
There's one thing we gotta get, Hayes. What's that? Out of this business.
The governor can't come flat out and give you amnesty now. First, you gotta prove you deserve it.
So all we have to do is just stay out of trouble till the governor figures we deserve amnesty. But in the meantime, we'll still be wanted.
Well, that's true. Till then, only you, me, and the governor will know about it. It'll be our secret.
I sure wish the governor would let a few more people in on our secret.
Used all my options, worked off my dues, played all the cards, now there's nothing to lose. So I want tomorrow to be like today. That's why I'm breaking away. Not trying to run, I'm trying to hide. What can I win if I'm losing my pride? Won't let tomorrow be like today. That's why I'm breaking away. Ooh, breaking away. Got to find a better way. Till the times roll around again.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
A Beverly Hillbilly.
takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiancé didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two, they got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes, different strokes it takes, different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to shine. It don't matter that you got not.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day he was born. Straight in the curve, yeah, flattening the hill. Someday the mountain might get him, but the law never will. Making their way, the only way they know how. Yeah, that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Making their way, the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. I'm a good old boy, you know my mama loved me, but you don't understand, they keep me showing my hands and not my face on TV.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Scrambled egg all over my face. What is a boy to do? Good night! Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Scrambled egg all over my face.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are ours. Happy days. These days are ours. Share them with me. Goodbye, gray sky, hello, blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours.
Your tread must be light and sure, as though your path were upon rice paper. It is said, a Shaolin priest can walk through walls.
Rocket arm switch is on. Here comes the throttle. Circuit breakers in. We have separation. Inboard and outboards are on. We're coming forward with the side stick. Looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Bay for 3. Get your pitch to 0. Pitch is out. I can't hold altitude. Correction. Alpha hold is off. Trim selector emergency. Flight column. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production, starring Carl Malden, also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars Peter Strauss, Bernie Casey, Elaine Giftos.
Richard Basehart, David Hedison, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.